Beast!
Ghost Beast.
A horror podcast. I'm Todd.
I'm Becca.
And we're going to watch every single horror movie together. Which is why today we watched Keeper from 2025, directed by, of course, our man Osgood Perkins, aka Oz Perkins, who we kind of very quickly became fans of like last year, yes. I think. Between Blackcoat's Daughter, then Longlegs, and The Monkey.
We're Ozheads in this house.
Yeah, of course.
No Osgood Perkins slander here.
Which there seems to be a lot of on the internet.
It's so surprising to me. And I don't understand why the internet does not like Osgood Perkins. Or Letterboxd. Oh my God.
It's weird.
It's really weird.
We're still holding on. We still love our man, Osgood Perkins. We love these movies.
Yes.
And so when we heard about Keeper, we just knew we're going to have to watch this. Because we're trying to get through all the big 2025 movies. Mm-hmm. And this one, I mean, when we were coming up on going to see it, I always check Rotten Tomatoes just out of curiosity to see what's the temperature on this. Temperature was low on this one.
It was
surprisingly low.
Shocking to me. I just don't get it. I just enjoy his movies so much.
So that's the thing. I think I don't want to be influenced by reviews. I mostly am just looking to see what are other people saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't stop us from seeing. Well, sometimes it does.
Sometimes it does.
Listen, if there's a movie I'm unsure of, and then I see bad reviews, I'm not gonna feel guilty about that. I'll be like, maybe I could wait on this. But with Keeper, we are just such big fans. Mm-hmm. It was more I was just surprised. So it was we're gonna see it ourselves and see what we think. And without getting too far ahead of ourselves, I think we both liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. I guess to set it up, I will put it on the same level as The Monkey for me, where it's not a perfect movie or anything, a lot of fun with a lot of stuff I really like. It's hard to go too hard on complaints with this tier movie because I had a good time.
Yeah.
You know? And for those who don't know, because this was very mysterious, I think, with the marketing, I didn't really know anything about what this was about going into it. It seemed to be something about relationships.
Yeah, and I purposely for this one kept myself blind. If I started to get a trailer or something, I would try to, click off or swipe away.
Yeah. So what I can say without getting into spoilers or anything, because this is a movie, it's one of those where you're kind of dropped in, you don't really know what's going on, and you're slowly getting information that's yes, there's the horror. Something is wrong here, and you don't really know what that means.
Yeah.
So that mystery is a fun part of it. As far as that element goes, I think the payoff is definitely worth it. Mm-hmm. I'm getting way too ahead of myself. So the basic story is this is in the fuckboy horror genre.
Yeah.
It's very much about what it's dating when you're a bit older, maybe in your 30s, It seems to have this feminist perspective that plays a lot with that stuff and turns a lot of those fears and worries into reality in some ways.
Yeah.
You agree with that description?
Yes.
Okay.
100%, yeah.
So it's really it is just about that. It's about navigating this kind of stuff and obviously injecting a horror element into this that does get pretty fucking weird.
Yeah, it does.
But I think overall, the biggest criticism I have is that it felt you're kind of dropped into this very quickly in the beginning. So you don't get a lot of time to get to know the two characters. What is it? Liz and Malcolm.
I love Tatiana Maslany. She is in
She-Hulk.
Orphan Black. She-Hulk too, but I know her originally from Orphan Black, which I love.
I think that's what I know her from.
Yeah.
Because I never watched that.
Orphan Black is very good.
Yeah. So good to see her again. Yes. Enjoyed her in this a great deal. But it's they establish that she's in a relationship with this guy, Malcolm. He's an older guy. I can't tell how old he is because he's graying. So it's you could be 35 or you could be 50. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
He seems like he's a little older than her though.
Yeah.
And it's you're immediately in the space where it's it's a year into this relationship, still seems to be a bit in the honeymoon phase, but they're evolving a little past that because he's going to show her his childhood. What is this
Was it like a family cabin, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this family cabin, I guess they use for vacationing out in the woods. So it's like this next step. And it's as they're like isolated in this cabin, that's when like some weird things start happening or some red flags maybe. And yeah, it does a good job playing with the fears of like dating and relationships. And I just wish that you had a little more time getting to know them before all of this, because it hinges so much on the relationship aspect of it. And it's like, even though all the ideas come across, I just wish I had a little more attachment to the two of them before we get straight into it.
Yeah, I can see that.
But it's fun. I totally recommend it. I don't think like I understand the criticism. I also haven't really looked into it because I was just like, nah, I don't feel like it.
I was curious just to see what people were saying. Because, I mean, when I would see like posts about it on social media or whatever, usually the top comments were just all negative. Like, the movie hasn't even come out yet and you guys already hate it. So,
yeah.
I don't know. This is just like a slow burn. It's a good time. I really liked it.
Yeah, maybe that's the thing, is like it is definitely a slow burn.
Oh, yeah.
Towards the middle. And yeah, I think it's like I said, I think the ending makes up for it.
Yeah.
In some really cool ways that I don't want to talk about here.
Yeah. Well, I'll say that the slow burn, I think, really ties into the story. So I can't even really say like, oh, they should have cut this or whatever, because I mean, it really just fits the narrative. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we'll dive more into that in spoilers, but as far as a content warning. So this isn't a particularly violent or gory movie, but all the kind of content warnings are on the psychological side.
Yeah.
Because just to touch on like some themes, so we're not giving away too much of the story, I think this movie, the whole story hinges on this character, Liz, basically being trapped in this house in the middle of the woods in a situation that increasingly seems dangerous with some spooky ass men involved. I know you talked about like a lingering fear that comes with that.
And it might just be like in the perspective of being in the dating world, like where you have this like weird cautionary sense, I guess, about everything, where it's like, okay, I'm still getting to know this person. Yeah. And there is an instance of being like, quote unquote, forced to eat something that does give the fear of like, say, being roofied. Like that is, I think, sort of like what could be happening there. Of course, everything's pretty vague. I think for a reason, just to like cover general fear. But I'm giving like the lightest
No, I
warning
think like
about it.
It is poking at all these different fears involved. You know, the testing of boundaries and just being vulnerable and in this like strange, out of the way place. Yeah. Where you kind of can't leave because she doesn't have her car or anything.
Yeah, and there's a real threat of like being hurt.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It like pokes at all these things, but it doesn't ever go really deep into it.
Yeah.
It's like it gives you kind of just enough to make you anxious. Yeah. But it's not like it doesn't do anything.
Nothing happens, really.
It never does anything particularly shocking or upsetting with any of those concepts. Yeah. So that's something to keep in mind if any of that is upsetting to you. I don't think it crosses any boundaries.
No,
you know?
No, I don't think so. It, like I said, I'm giving like the lightest warning.
It's all in the psychological stuff, which of course Osgood Perkins is so good at.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, overall, I think if you are still an Osgood head, an Oz head like us, or even if you're not, if you just want like a fun horror movie that has like a really cool ending, totally worth checking out. It's not like, I don't think it's gonna be on my top 10. I'll say that right now.
I'm not sure either. You know what's really tough? We were just talking about this, is that there's just so much good horror this year. Yeah. And it's like insane the amount of horror we've gotten this year that is just like next level. So yeah. So but this movie is good.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say is like, listen, all horror is good horror.
It is.
But there is like a tier of like, this isn't fucking absolute cinema, but this is like a really fun horror movie. And I love really fun horror movies.
Yeah, me too.
So we're good.
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely a movie I would watch this again. Like,
totally. I think it's worth it just to see the ending stuff again, I think it would be worth it.
Yeah.
But why don't we just get to spoilers? We're still going. So
We are.
Fucking yapping. All right. So yeah, the movie, it does kind of literally drop you in as they are heading to the cabin. Isn't it like the very first scene is basically them like in a car driving out there?
Yeah, I think like you get like a small glimpse of her like packing and talking with her friend.
Yeah.
And then they're in the car.
No, they throw you
Yeah.
right into this situation.
Yeah.
But it's fun because you're getting to know them, and the character Liz, she does seem kind of like anxious. Like she has this kind of wounded attitude about her that like you have a feeling she has been through some shit in relationships.
Yeah.
Seems very sensitive to the idea that he might have like a secret family. I think her friends like talking about that too. I guess that must be a real fear when you're an older woman dating. Jeez, I don't know what the fuck I would do right now. Honestly, if I didn't have you, it would be crazy. I don't want to.
Me either. I don't want to deal with any of this. Absolutely not.
No.
I've heard way too many horror stories in the past like 5 years.
You know what? And that's why it's funny that they made a horror movie out of that, like out of that concept. But that came across to me really quickly. I think she did a great job as this character, like portraying so much without saying it. You know, just the way she reacted to certain things, you just knew immediately what her headspace and her trauma looked like, you know?
Yeah.
It's especially in that scene when they're eating after getting there and then he brings out the chocolate cake.
Yeah.
And that scene felt so fucking weird because she seemed like she was starting to get kind of pissed because she was like, yeah, I don't like chocolate. Like, what do you... And
I would just say that shit's fucking weird. If somebody's trying to force you to eat something, do not eat it.
But that also, it showed you something about her character that she seems to just kind of go along with things. Yeah. Even when she's uncomfortable.
Well, I think she likes him so much, she's like...
I think many people do this on a regular basis, and it sucks. Because you're just sitting there like, don't eat the fucking cake. Yeah, you don't even like chocolate.
No. And that girl just told you it tastes like shit. Yeah. That's the only thing she said.
Yeah, that's after meeting his weird cousin, I guess it was.
Yeah.
He's like, he does like this toxic male thing of like, basically give her this cake like all women love cake.
I thought like, all women love chocolate. All women love
chocolate.
And that just made me raise my eyebrow in the theater. Like, okay.
I was thinking though, like, women do be loving chocolate. Okay. Like, it's not...
Everybody likes chocolate. I think it was more so about like giving in because you're like in such a happy place. You're like, I'll eat the cake.
Yes. No, I'm just playing around because it just made me think. Because then later when she's trying to leave, he's like, "But I got this wine." Like, and she immediately is like, "All right, we can stay." I just made me think like, I guess next time if we have a fight, I'll just be like, "But I got these Cheez-Its."
Cheez-Its. I do like Cheez-Its. I don't know what it is.
Like a Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
Everybody likes Cheez-Its. I'm keeping that shit in the back pocket though. But that was like, I think the first big red flag was the weird shit with the cake and the fact that she wakes up in the middle of the night and then goes and houses the rest of the cake.
Yeah. And at 3 a.m.
That was pretty interesting because when she first saw the cake, I didn't know what she was thinking.
I didn't know either, and I was confused.
Well, it's until you see the literal drool coming out of her mouth. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Because that was very suspicious. That when she starts breaking open the cake, it looked like there's like pieces of bodies or blood and stuff inside of it.
And she was like freaked out by it, but then she was like, "Oh, I do want to eat
good
this."
Ass cake though. Sometimes it be like that. And yeah, that's when like the next day her boyfriend has to leave on some emergency as a doctor and leaves her in the house alone. And that's when it's like, this is the point where you're really wondering, did he just drug her? Like, what is going on here? Because she's seeing some weird shit.
Yeah.
And she says something about feeling like she's on a mushroom trip or something.
And you're seeing like she is experiencing like some sort of overall like weirdness, but like she can't quite place what it is.
Yeah. I think that's the thing is, I don't know if it's meant to keep you guessing if this is real or not, because so much of the stuff she experiences, like seeing the cousin's girlfriend talking to her, and then there's like a mini version of her talking to her too.
Yeah.
It really does just feel like a drug trip and not like, ghosts or whatever the fuck. Man, and that one that has like the bag on her head with the flies in it.
That's fucking crazy.
That shit was really creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like I was starting to get this feeling that this felt very like J horror to me, especially around these figures she's seeing. It felt like weird like J horror ghosts.
Yeah, because it felt a lot like the creatures feel a lot like Junji Ito.
Oh yeah, we're not there yet.
Oh well,
right.
There is like the like really long neck that like you see like just out of focus, and I was like, this is gonna be some weird shit. I'm here for it.
That was part of what really made it feel like J horror, is when you see the neck that's just stretching out super long slowly. Yeah, that was I think that's one of the things about it that is really striking. It makes it feel like it's very unique. You know what I mean?
I really love, if we're getting into it, I love the creature design. I just thought it was like really ethereal, but still like dark and gothic, and I don't know, it was cool. It felt super modern, but still like felt like rooted in like weird Renaissance dark imagery. That's
the cool thing. Like as far as the payoff, so you kind of get a big lore dump at the end of the movie, which Osgood Perkins, he loves these fucking lore dumps at the end. I think that's what people complained about with Longlegs the most.
Oh, I don't care. I love it.
And the monkey definitely does that too at the end. I think that's just his style. But I don't know. It's still, I think in this case it works because it creates this weird lore that, I don't know, it feels, I did see someone online compare it to like a fairy tale. And that I think is the best way to describe it. Yeah. Like at 1 minute you're kind of worrying like, oh, does he have a secret family? Because his lies and stuff start unraveling a bit. And then she finds the picture of him with this other family. But it looks really old. Yeah, suspiciously old, yes. It kind of unravels in that way first, where it's like, oh, he is lying about some shit. And then he's just like, yeah, 200 years ago, like just immediately goes into this wild shit. Just like right into it, which it's the whole time he was just like gaslighting her. Like she was like bringing up these weird things that are happening. He's just gaslighting her. You can't have fuckboy horror without a lot of gaslighting. Yeah. No, but I thought it was cool that they just, it's like a switch gets flipped, you know, and suddenly he's just like, 200 years ago, we found this witch bathing and we shot her. Did you get the idea that there was something weird going on there? Because she had like the smoke piles all around her. Yeah, well, she's probably doing witchcraft. Oh, okay. I just wasn't sure if it was like literally, it's like, yeah, sure. I guess I got the feeling that she was just doing, as soon as I saw her in the woods, I knew she was doing witchcraft. Like she was doing some witchy shit. Yeah. And it's awesome. Osgood Perkins is so good in bringing in witchcraft in like this fresh way, but it's still like rooted in like the old folklore. Yeah. It's so cool to see. Well, and this is the stuff that worked for me, because it's funny, I mentioned how in the beginning of the movie, it felt almost like we didn't get enough information. You're just kind of dropped in. I like that you're just dropped into this, where it's just like, yeah, we shot this witch, and I guess she gave birth to some Junji Ito monsters, and they grant us wishes. That's the fairy tale part of it, because that literally seems to be what it is. It's like, they're like making sacrifices. Yeah, they say if we feed them, they grant us wishes. Yeah, which, that's just a creepy ass idea. Well, yeah, and it like keeps them immortal. So, yeah. I think that's part of it. It felt like maybe that's how he became a successful doctor and everything. Yeah, probably. And has like everything he has is like super expensive. Yeah. Like that whole cabin was such an expensive cabin. Yeah, that was a nice fucking cabin. Okay? Yeah. I was like, damn, if this was an Airbnb, it would be out of our price range. I know, but it looked so cool. It was such a cool design. Yeah, and his cousin seemed to go in this different direction, being this like weird tech bro type guy. Yeah. I guess they just got like everything their heart desired from these things. But like, yeah, I guess the big twist is she. What do you think it was exactly? Because she looks very much like the original witch.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's somehow descendants, or is this just some weird coincidence?
I think it could go either way. I mean, I think like in the witchcraft community, there is the idea that you carry witchcraft through your bloodline. So like if you had ancestors who were a witch, you would also be a witch. But I don't know if that's what's happening here or not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is like...
and either way, I don't care.
I think, I think they don't really tell you anything. That's another part of the fairy tale.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, she looks just like her. So I guess she's the new mama. Because that's the big scene at the end is when you see these creatures, it's so cool. Like, it's not even just that the designs are really cool. It is like, it's so unique. It doesn't feel like any kind of traditional ghosts or anything.
Yeah,
you know?
it really has this like Spirited Away feel where it's like all of these spirits like coming together and they're all so different and they're all like they all have their own personality and it's like so cool.
They are totally like if Miyazaki made a horror movie, he would fuck us up with this shit.
Oh my god, yeah.
They feel almost like dancers, like these performers in this crazy makeup. It's so weird.
Yeah, there was that one that had like smoke coming out of it or something, which is so cool.
And the one with the bag head had like faces all over it. Like it's just
that was so crazy because I wasn't sure what was gonna come out of that bag. And you see like her reaction first, so you're like, oh fuck, what is it? And then you're like, oh fuck. That's a lot of faces.
I love that it had the kind of effects where I think it was computer effects, you know.
I think it was a mixture of practical and computer. I think it was a mixture.
Well, it's just, to me, it's like there is so much room when that's like the money shot at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
If you don't nail that shit, it can like really take you out. This thing felt like it was a practical creature. Like I wasn't even thinking about the effects. So that worked really well too.
Yeah, what was so crazy is each eye and each mouth and each like they were all doing their own thing. It wasn't, I think there was something so much more creepier about that than having, you know, say all the mouths.
So much more creepier. Hell yeah.
Like they were all at one point they all like scream, right? And it's just like unsettling and scary.
I think there was a certain point in the movie where I was thinking like, okay, like where is this going? Because it is like it's one of those movies that hinges so much on the ending. What did I write down? Oh, I wrote down thank God for this ending after all that. After again loving the cathartic endings, after the way that she was treated throughout the whole movie, to be able to have an ending where it's just like, yeah, get fucked.
Well, yeah, it was like this generational victory.
Yeah, she like made him old and then put his head in a jar full of this weird
goo.
Like, goo. Yeah, it was
dipped him.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed this one. Still looking forward to whatever Osgood Perkins puts together.
Yeah, it's such a striking ending. Like the last scene of the movie, it looks like it could be a painting. It was just so cool. Is
your favorite scene just the creature reveal?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Mine too.
I'm still thinking about it. Yeah. It's just it's like a weirdly, hauntingly beautiful scene. I love it.
It is super cool.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think like, I'm glad we get just as much as we do. You know, it doesn't need to show us that much more. I'm fine with everything else being kind of in the shadows. I think that scene makes up for it.
Yeah.
But really like this movie.
I think I really appreciate all of the like visual foreshadowing in the movie.
Yeah.
Specifically between like where you see her laying down and then there's just like this overlay of water on her. And then, you know, she ends up in the water. And then the scene where the body is hanging upside down with the neck kind of detached, and it's in the same way as the last scene with him his head being dipped into the jar of goo.
I think that was his cousin, right?
Yeah, so it showed that, and then
that was foreshadowing in itself that
Yeah.
like these things seem to be working for these two cousins, but all of
Yeah.
a sudden these ghosts are like turning on them.
I guess because she looks like their mom. So
Yeah.
they're like, oh, we got to save mom.
Yeah. Yeah. So there is a point where it's like they really are kind of working for her, but they're still just so goddamn creepy. You don't know what's going on.
I
so
know.
It's still
I
scary.
thought it was such a nice touch too in the storytelling where you kept seeing these like particles of dust or like hair falling from the ceiling.
Oh yeah.
And then that happened to be like one of the creatures because it would crawl on the roof or like the ceiling.
They were so weird ass motherfuckers.
Oh, I love them.
Yes. Ready for the next one. Is he gonna have 2 more next year? Like he is releasing movies fast as shit right now.
That's so cool.
So can't wait for the next one in 2 months. But you can go to ghostbeast.com for all our links. You can search for Ghost Beast Pod, subscribe to our YouTube where we're doing more video stuff, and you can support us. If you go to ghostbeast.com, we have a shop where we sell stickers. We now have shirts and hoodies that look really cool, all designed by Lux Fatale. Follow her to check out her. Oh, did I say it wrong?
That's
Lux,
okay.
Lux Fatale. Was that right?
I feel like, yeah.
Lux Fatale. Check out Becca's cool horror artwork. Realized recently just how lucky I am to have like a in-house graphic artist. I feel very fortunate there. Not everybody could say that. But you can also follow Ghost Beast on Letterboxd where we rank everything we cover. All right, I got a spot. This is like a top 10 spoiler.
Uh-oh.
I put it below Smile 2, but above Bring Her Back.
Okay.
Okie doke.
That's weird because I feel like they could be almost at the same level.
That puts it at number 83 on our list. And you can contact us at podcast@ghostbeast.com. What other 2025 movies do you think we need to see? Well, I think we have like 2 months before we do our top 10. I think we're doing pretty good.
I think so.
We're just missing a few. Bye.